Hey, Jay, you're on with Alton, who is the host of Good Eats on the Food Network.
Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, man? Listen, I've been fishing a lot, and I've been knowing that I've been catching some striper fish. How would you be cooking some striper fish?
Are you talking about the actual bass variety that comes out of the ocean that's called striper, or are you just talking about something that happens to have like racing
Actually, I'm
stripes?
talking about the Christian rock band
Striper rules!
So are we talking about
Striper
cooking
rules.
band members,
Striper
or are we going
rules.
to cook fish?
Striper rules.
If it's honest to goodness striper, you can do almost anything with it. You can roast it, you can braise it. Is this you, Mom? Is this a trick question?
This is our Striper rules guy.
He's just-
Yeah, man,
I'm
Striper
sorry.
rules.
I'm
This is our
trying to
Striper
get a
rules
shout
guy.
out.
He gets in all the time.
I
All right.
like this guy.
Striper.
Thank you, Striper Rules.
Striper's been gone for
Very
how long?
clever.
All right.
What?
Striper's been gone for how long?
They're still around. The lead
They're-
singer still plays around every so often.
They're not
but
gone.
They as a band are not collectively around.
Well, what does the
Oh, man,
lead
they're still
singer?
around.
What does the lead singer
They all
do?
still have the long hair, and they all still wear the clothes and stuff like that.
Well, is that when he's off from his bartending job?
Oh, please, you don't do that.
Dude, God takes care of his tab.
Yeah, exactly.
When's he
man.
going to take care of my tab?
Yeah, thank you very
Thank you.
much. Hey, Leslie, you're on with Alton.
Hello, Alton.
Alton, not Alton.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
All right.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
My husband is allergic to onions, and I use garlic every once in a while, but that gets kind of old. Do you have any suggestions as to what else I can use besides garlic?
What kind of allergy? What happens to him when he eats onions?
He blows up like a puffer fish.
Cool. Puffer rules. All right. Here's what you need to
Feed him,
do.
man. Get a camera.
First off, garlic and onions are all the members of the same family. So you need to talk to his doctor about how kind of exclusive his allergy is. If he can have leeks would be a really great thing to cook with because they're kind of halfway between garlic and an onion, or the way that a scallion tastes, kind of a fresher, less pungent flavor. But anytime you're dealing with a food allergy, you got to talk to his doctor first, because next time, it's like Yaphet Kotto at the end of Live and Let Die. He could just blow up and go to the ceiling, and explode,
reference.
and the cleanup would be miserable. On
Great
it. So talk to the
reference.
doctor.
Thank you, Leslie, very much.
Yeah.
Kim,
Hi.
Hey,
hi,
Kim.
you're on with Alton.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I love steak,
Yes.
but the only thing that, like, when I go out, the only thing that goes with it at restaurants is usually vegetables. Is there anything else that goes good with steak?
Yeah, another steak. No, I mean, in my world, the French got a few things right, and one of them is steak frites. I don't think there's anything better than good French fries with a steak. Steakhouses that get all stuffy about not making good French fries are missing the boat in my world.
Hey,
Thanks, Kim.
excuse me. I have been to a couple steakhouses, and they hate me there.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't make a lot of money off me.
No.
But
only
I
eat
was
so much
once
asparagus.
over at Morton's, and they have these potatoes there. They're big as a football, and I can only seem to find those at steakhouses. I mean, like big monster potatoes.
Yeah,
Where do you buy
one-pounders.
those?
Those are specialty potatoes, and they usually get pulled up by the specialty steak market. You can
Really?
sometimes find them. Yeah, it's just a different size.
How do you
It's just
grow
that they're
that
not very
size?
common. They're just old. I mean, they're a breed that are actually have been spawned to grow that big. Really, with like a russet potato, an Idaho potato, you can just keep growing the darn thing.
They're cloned.
There are ways to control the growing sequence, and when you pull them and when you don't pull them.
If you have questions for Alton Brown
Thank
from
you,
the Food
Barnes.
Network,
I should tell you, Alton, that the reason that
Alton.
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 Oh, you guys
Yes.
are killing me with it.
Is it Alton? Not
Yes.
Alton.
Well,
That's
don't
what Mom
call him
says. Mom
Alton.
says Alton.
Alton.
So
The
Alton.
reason I should tell you, Alton, that Barnes did not participate in the bacon eating, and you don't be offended, it's because he knows my rule, which is that lips that touch bacon will not touch mine.
I understand.
So that's why he doesn't eat
Well,
everybody has their
exactly
priorities.
why.
Right, that's
Everybody has priorities.
I like to keep my after-show
Right,
activities scheduled and on time.
Okay,
I'm with you.
Hey, Carrie,
Yeah,
you're on with Alton.
excellent. Listen, I need a good chicken stock.
Yeah.
So,
She gets right
listen,
to it.
Hey, listen, I need a good chicken stock. Cut to the BS, funny man.
Does this mean that you've had bad chicken stocks in the past or something?
Yeah, greasy.
Greasy. Well, here, listen. The thing is to fat floats. And luckily, start with roasted chicken bones. That's one thing I always start mine. Every time I cook a chicken, I always save some of the bones and freeze them, and then roast them so that some of the fat gets off of there, and then toss them in in a really really big big pot with a lot of water and some vegetables, some onions, some celery, some carrots, and cook that nice and low for about 6 hours or until the bones literally collapse when you squeeze them with a pair of tongs. The thing is don't let the water cook out. You got to keep adding hot water to the stock pot so that the bones stay submerged. Then once you drain it, let it cool completely, and that fat layer will rise to the top, solidify, and you can just scoop it off with your hand.
All right.
Thank you. Hey, where do you tape your show? In New York?
No, here in Atlanta.
You do tape it here?
Absolutely.
What studios do you do it in?
We do it in a real honest-to-goodness house, and we shoot all around town, grocery stores, hardware stores, streets, wherever.
What part of town do you live in?
I live up in East Cobb.
East Cobb, you must have a hellacious kitchen.
Actually, no. My kitchen is pretty diminutive compared to the one where we shoot the show.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Helen.
Yes.
You're on with Alton.
Okay. Alton, I noticed all the time when you cook, you've got the coolest gadgets. And when I go to cook some of these things, I find myself at a loss trying to find weird things like vegetable mandolins or ginger root grinders and stuff. And I wanted to know if
you can borrow mine.
Huh?
We have several here in the studio right now. I don't think you've ever seen a ginger grater on our show unless we were making fun of it.
Well, maybe not on yours particularly, but
okay.
But I noticed you of all the people on the Food Network have the most kitchen utensils and most unique kitchen utensils. And I wanted to know if there was one stop shopping place I could find most of the stuff instead of going from website to website.
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Part of it is kind of jumping around, but you really don't need that many gadgets. We adapt a lot of things. I'll go out in the garage and get stuff out of out of the garage, out of tools from all over the kitchen. So you don't really have to buy that much. Think about the job and think about if you got something around the house that'll do it.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Oh, thank you very much. Here's a great question from Steve on lane 2. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Steve. Good. You're on with Alton.
All right, hey, Alton, I was wondering about the Foreman grill, and do you got any fresh ideas for it? Because that's all I can cook with.
That's all you can cook with?
We love the George Foreman grill on the Morning Mix.
It's great.
Who knew that George would hit it so big with a cooking device?
Hell, the grill's maybe bigger than his boxing career at this point.
Absolutely. It's lasted longer and probably made him a lot more money. Anything that you run across, let me put it to you this way, anything that you run across in a cookbook that refers to broiling, searing, or grilling, you can do in that grill. You don't always have to cook with the lid down, although it's certainly a nice thing to do. I like grilling sandwiches on them. That's the big thing. That kind of Italian. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a big thing. But just start experimenting. Anything that's flat. Put it on the grill.
We tried pancakes, but that didn't work too good.
Yeah, well, and as Jimmy will tell you, those have to be round, perfectly round.
That's right. Pancakes have, yeah.
And if they end up looking like zigzag on the side, I'd stay away from batters. But you know what? You can cook pizza dough on there.
Oh, really?
That's
absolutely,
cool.
Absolutely.